We're diving into a story that has fans talking nonstop, a tense and emotional incident involving Chrisean Rock and her mom, centered around her baby. Sources reveal that Chrisean was spotted taking her baby somewhere late at night, and her mom witnessed the entire event. The situation quickly escalated into a heated confrontation, leaving fans, neighbors, and the family itself shaken. Tonight, we're going to break down everything we know, what happened, why it's so controversial, and the implications for Chrisean, her mom, and her child. According to insider reports, the incident unfolded late at night. Chrisean Rock, who has been navigating the challenges of parenthood under intense public scrutiny, reportedly left her home carrying her baby. Her mom, noticing her departure, immediately became alarmed. It's easy to imagine the fear any parent would feel in that moment, seeing your child leave unexpectedly, in the dark with a baby in their arms. Witnesses say that her mom tried to follow her, making frantic phone calls and confronting her daughter once she realized where she was heading. The details paint a picture of a tense night, filled with worry, panic, and uncertainty. While no one knows for certain where Chrisean intended to go, sources suggest it was somewhere unknown and potentially risky, which only heightened her mom's concern. Family insiders claim that her mom's reaction was immediate, a mix of fear for the baby's safety, frustration at the lack of communication, and the urgent need to protect her grandchild. This is more than just a late-night outing. It's a situation loaded with emotional tension, highlighting the challenges of trust, safety, and responsibility in high-pressure family dynamics. What makes this story so compelling is not just the act itself, but the confrontation that followed. Sources say that when Chrisean returned home, a heated argument erupted between her and her mom. Voices were reportedly raised, accusations flew, and emotions ran high. Witnesses in the neighborhood even reported hearing shouting and the sounds of frantic movement late into the night. One can only imagine the intensity of that moment. A parent worried about a child's safety, a young mother defending her choices, and a baby caught in the middle of a very adult conflict. Based on insider accounts, the confrontation may have gone something like this. "Mom, where were you going with the baby at this hour? Do you know how dangerous this is?" "Chrisean, I had to go. I know what I'm doing. You don't understand." "Mom, I'm your mother, and I will not let you put that baby at risk. This is irresponsible." The argument reportedly lasted for several tense minutes, with both sides holding their ground. Ultimately, Chrisean returned home, but the emotional aftermath of the night lingered. Family insiders say that trust between mother and daughter was shaken, even if only temporarily, and the incident sparked conversations about boundaries, safety, and responsibility. The incident has also raised questions among fans and on social media. People are debating whether Chrisean was justified in leaving at night with her baby or whether her actions were reckless. Some argue that she may have had a good reason, perhaps an emergency, a visit, or a necessary errand, but others criticize her for not communicating her plans with her mom, highlighting how fragile trust can be when a child's safety is involved. In any case, this is not a minor family disagreement. It's a situation that underscores the complexities of parenthood, family oversight, and responsibility under public scrutiny. Let's break down why this night was so critical. First, the timing, late at night when visibility is low and risks are higher, already adds a layer of tension. Second, the presence of a baby raises the stakes exponentially. Babies are vulnerable and require constant attention and protection, and any action perceived as risky can quickly become a source of anxiety for everyone involved. Third, the familial dynamic, a mother witnessing her daughter's actions, creates a mix of authority, protection, and emotional investment that can easily lead to conflict. In short, all the ingredients for drama were there, and the outcome was predictable once the situation escalated. Sources suggest that the argument may have continued beyond that night, with lingering tensions in the household. Conversations about boundaries, communication, and the baby's well-being reportedly dominated family interactions in the following days. It's a situation that highlights how a single decision, even one made with good intentions, can ripple through family relationships and create emotional strain that takes time to heal. Chrisean's mom, acting out of concern, and Chrisean, asserting her independence, found themselves at an emotional crossroads. However, Chrisean Rock has always been in the public eye, but being a young parent adds a whole new layer of pressure. Family insiders suggest that her mother's fears didn't emerge overnight. They say these concerns stem from Chrisean's lifestyle choices, past decisions, and moments when she seemed distracted or overwhelmed. Her mom reportedly worries that if these patterns continue, the worst-case scenario could become a reality. Chrisean walking away from her responsibilities as a mother. The thought of a child being left behind is enough to send any parent into panic, and that seems to be the case here. Imagine being in her mom's shoes, watching your child struggle with the immense responsibilities of parenthood, feeling the urge to intervene, but also knowing that too much pressure could push her further away. Sources reveal that Chrisean's mother has been quietly consulting with family members, expressing her fears and trying to find ways to guide her daughter. These private conversations, however, have reportedly sparked tension. Chrisean feels judged and misunderstood, while her mom feels that intervention is necessary to ensure her grandchild's safety. The emotional strain is palpable, and it's a delicate balance between protection and control. What makes this situation particularly intense is that it's about far more than just disagreement. It's about trust and responsibility. According to insiders, Chrisean's mom has voiced fears that her daughter could, under pressure or distraction, walk away and leave her baby without care. While no one can predict the future, the mere fact that a mother harbors these fears shows how high the emotional stakes are. Family insiders claim that this fear has led to increased monitoring and oversight, as her mother attempts to protect the baby and keep her daughter accountable. Sources suggest their conversations may have gone something like this. "Mom, I'm scared you might leave the baby behind. I can't let that happen." "Chrisean, I'm not going anywhere. I love my child, but you don't trust me." "Mom, it's not about trust. It's about making sure your child is safe." These emotional exchanges reportedly leave both sides feeling misunderstood. Chrisean insists she's committed, while her mother's fears grow stronger. Family insiders say this tug-of-war has created a constant tension in the house, making it difficult for either to fully relax. Every decision, every late-night outing, every moment of distraction from Chrisean can spark concern, increasing anxiety for her mother. The situation also highlights a bigger issue: the challenge of navigating parenthood under scrutiny. Chrisean is not only trying to prove herself as a mother to her family, but also in the public eye. Fans online are watching and commenting, adding another layer of pressure. Some sympathize with her mom, understanding that her fears come from a place of love and protection. Others defend Chrisean, acknowledging that young parents face immense challenges and that she's doing her best under pressure. Both sides have valid points, which only complicates an already tense family dynamic. One of the most emotionally charged aspects of this story is that it's not about blame, but about concern. Her mom's fears stem from her maternal instinct, the desire to protect her grandchild at all costs. On the other hand, Chrisean is trying to assert her independence while proving that she is capable of being a responsible parent. It's a delicate dance between trust and oversight, and according to insiders, the tension has only increased in recent weeks. There are reportedly late-night discussions, emotional confrontations, and moments where both feel unheard, which has left the household feeling heavy with unspoken anxiety. Insiders also report that Chrisean's mom has taken proactive steps to monitor her daughter's choices. While some might see this as overbearing, her mom believes it's necessary to prevent any harm to the baby. This includes setting curfews, questioning nighttime outings, and closely observing interactions with the child. While these actions are intended to protect, they also contribute to the tension, as Chrisean reportedly feels smothered and misunderstood. The clash between her desire for independence and her mother's desire for protection is at the heart of the conflict. Fans online have been reacting strongly to this situation. Some criticize Chrisean for allegedly being irresponsible, while others argue that she is doing her best under pressure and deserves support, not judgment. Social media amplifies every decision, every moment of conflict, and every public appearance, making it harder for the family to manage private matters without outside interference. Yet, the underlying story is deeply personal: a mother's fear, a daughter's struggle, and the high stakes of raising a child under scrutiny. At the core, this story is about trust, fear, and the challenges of parenthood. Chrisean's mom is acting out of concern for her grandchild, trying to ensure the baby is safe and cared for. Meanwhile, Chrisean is learning the realities of parenthood under pressure, juggling responsibility, personal growth, and family expectations. Both sides are navigating the emotional storm, and the path forward will require patience, communication, and understanding. What we're witnessing is a family trying to reconcile fear and independence, protection, and freedom, in a world that doesn't always allow room for mistakes. This story is a reminder of how delicate family relationships can be. Parenting is inherently stressful, and young parents face challenges that can be overwhelming. When combined with public scrutiny, family fears, and the emotional weight of responsibility, the situation becomes even more complex. Chrisean's mom fears abandonment not because she doesn't trust her daughter, but because she wants to ensure the baby is never left in harm's way. Chrisean, on the other hand, is learning to navigate responsibility, independence, and familial expectation, a balancing act many young parents struggle with in private. Social media, as you might expect, has exploded with reactions. Fans have been weighing in from all sides, some defending Chrisean as a capable young mother navigating her responsibilities, others criticizing her for what they see as reckless behavior. Memes, tweets, and fan discussions have turned the incident into a wider conversation about parental guidance, trust, and accountability. For many viewers, the story resonates on a personal level. Most people can relate to the stress of protecting a child or worrying about a loved one's choices. So, what's next for Chrisean and her family? While no official resolution has been reported, family insiders say that the night has prompted serious discussions about communication, safety, and responsibilities. There may be new rules or agreements in place to prevent similar incidents, and it's likely that both Chrisean and her mom have had to reflect on how to balance independence with oversight, especially with a baby involved. In many ways, this incident serves as a wake-up call about the challenges of parenthood, family relationships, and the importance of clear communication in high-stakes situations. Imagine the scene after the tension subsides. Two people, emotionally drained, trying to navigate the fallout. Perhaps Chrisean's mom expresses her continued concern, emphasizing safety and responsibility. Chrisean, meanwhile, may try to explain her reasoning, share her perspective, and assert her ability to care for her baby. Moments like these are crucial for rebuilding trust, and they underscore how emotional intelligence, patience, and understanding are key in resolving family conflict. This story also highlights a broader point about parenting under pressure. Being a parent is challenging enough without the added complexities of public scrutiny, family intervention, and high-stress situations. Chrisean Rock's experience is a reminder that even young, capable parents can make choices that create concern for others, especially family members who are invested in the child's safety. It's not about blame, it's about recognizing the responsibilities and consequences that come with raising a child, and the importance of trust and communication in maintaining family harmony. In the end, what happened that night between Chrisean Rock, her mom, and her baby is more than just a single incident. It's a microcosm of family dynamics, the challenges of parenthood, and the emotional complexity of making decisions that affect others. It's a story that resonates because it's relatable, tense, and human. Families everywhere can see reflections of their own struggles in this night, and that's why the story has captured so much attention online. So here's the takeaway. Chrisean Rock's late-night outing with her baby may have seemed like a small decision at the time, but it caused big ripples in her family. Her mom's intervention highlights the delicate balance of trust, responsibility, and care in family relationships, especially when a baby is involved. What do you think? Was Chrisean justified in leaving at night, or should she have communicated better with her mom? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.